TayShaun. So I was going to make this video for you. I texted you about hopping on the video chat, but I haven't heard back from you. So I'm going to start by just making this video for you in case that's easier for you. So your mom wanted me to go over Workbook 4.3 with you. Right now you got a 0 on it. So I pulled it up and I looked at what the questions were and what you answered. So I'm just going to do these problems for you. I want to tell you that this lesson 4.3 is probably one of the toughest in the entire course. So if you still feel confused about this after I show you, that's okay. This is a really tough lesson, so just know that. Okay, it's called recursive formulas. Recursive. That means, formulas. Recursive means like if you know the term before it, then you can figure out the rest. So it's kind of a weird concept. All right, so this is A1 or A sub 1. That's how we say this. What that means is the first term. So A sub 1 is the first term. A2 would be the second. A3 would be the third. So they're telling you that the first term is 12. Okay, so I'm going to write that down. 12. We're trying to make a list here of a bunch of terms. Like we're making a big, long list of numbers here. So the first one's 12. Okay, now A sub n. N is any number. So if we wanted to find the second or the fifth or the seventh, we could use this formula. So whatever term we're looking for, it equals A sub n minus 1. What that means is the term before n. So for example, if this was 5, if we were trying to find the fifth term, we would do 5 minus 1, the fourth term, plus 4. So this is telling you to find a term in the sequence, you're going to take the term before it and add 4. So the rule for this sequence is add 4. This looks really confusing just to say we're adding 4 every time, but that's what that means. So to find a term in the sequence, we take the term before it, n minus 1, and add 4. Okay, so they told us the first term was 12. So the next one, all I'm going to do is add 4. So that's going to be 16. If I want to find the next term, I'm going to add 4. So that's 20. And then I'm going to add 4 again, 24. And I'm going to add 4 again, 28. So I'm just going to keep adding 4 here. And let's see, this time we were looking for the 7th term. So this is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th. So here we are at the 7th term is 36. So you can go back to your workbook and plug in 36. So I had this pulled up for you. Let's see. Okay, so here's your workbook. So when you're ready, you're going to push retake. And then for this question, you're going to enter the answer of 36. Okay, so let's look at the next question. And I already wrote these down, but this is just straight from your workbook. So the next one is another one of these recursive formulas. So they're telling you A1, the first term is 20. So I'm going to write that down. And I know I'm just going to start making my list here. And A sub n equals A sub n minus 1. So the term before it minus 5. So to find a term in the sequence, we're going to take the term before it and subtract 5. So we know the first one's 20. So my rule here is subtract 5. So 20 minus 5 is 15. 15 minus 5 is 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. 0 minus 5 would be negative 5. And I could keep going if I needed to, but this time I just needed to find the 4th term. So first term, second term, third term, 4th term. So right here, my answer would be 5. So you would go back to your workbook and you'll already have hit retake and you're going to enter the answer of 5. Okay, and there's one more on this workbook. So now, right when you feel like you kind of got this part figured out, they changed the way they write things. So now they're showing the same thing, but with this function notation, this F instead of an A. Okay, so just remember, it's going to be the same thing. It just looks different. I'm sorry, they put 2 different forms in there. That's just how it is. Okay, so we call this F of 1. That still means the first term is negative 1.5. Okay, so I'm going to list that here, negative 1.5, and I'm still going to make this big list of terms, and I'm going to figure out what my rule is now. So they changed up the notation, but what this says is f of n plus 1 equals f of n plus 0.5. So this is the same thing. To find the next term in the sequence, you take the one before it and add 0.5. If all of this is too confusing, just really look at what they're adding or subtracting right here. That is basically all you need to know. So we're adding 0.5 every time. Okay, so my first term was negative 1.5. So if I'm going to add positive 0.5, now I'm at negative 1. Then I add 0.5 again, so now I'm at negative 0.5. If I add 0.5 to negative 0.5, that gives me 0. Then I'm going to add 0.5, so I'm at 0.5. Add 0.5 again, I'm at 1. Add 0.5 again, I'm at 1.5. Add 0.5, I'm at 2. If I add 0.5 again, I'm at 2.5. If I add 0.5 again, I'm at 3. Then 3.5, and you can keep going. This time we needed to find the 10th term. So let's see, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. Okay, so right here. So 3 is the 10th term. So you can go back to your workbook and change your answer here to be 3. So that should help you with that workbook. And I'll make you another video for lesson 6, which is what you're on right now. So I'm going to end this video and I'll make another one.